Township that snuck by me. I was just getting ready to put dinner on the table, and they're having a special meeting. So we're going to go inside here, and oh, they're lowering the reduction of the speed limit on Hirschberger Road. Thank goodness. Okay, so let's go in here and have a little chit chat with everybody. Okay.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Absolutely.
Hi, Alice. Snuck one in on me.
How are you?
Good.
Hi, Bailey. Nice to see you again. You'll see me at all these meetings. I don't know if you've picked up on that or not yet, but and if you ever need any footage, feel free to use it. Absolutely. It would be my seriously, it would be my honor to see a clip of any of my videos on one of your stories. So please, if you don't mind, I would love it.
When's that class come out? Come out soon, huh?
Yeah, they're pretty close to being done.
They're all small. Anywhere.
I know. It's sad.
Yeah, next, I don't know what it's gonna be like in like 5 years. Start picking up some people.
We're live from the Upper Yoder Township Meeting. I'm just doing my intro in here. If you like what you see, leave a comment. If you don't like what you see, leave a comment. Everybody in here's being so quiet. Nobody wants to say anything. How you doing, BJ?
Thinking.
I'm good. I'm good. No messing up my video. You guys make the content. What's up, Tim? How you doing? You missed the last meeting. You
was training.
You were not in attendance. Okay, fair enough. Good excuse. Okay, good. That's a valid reason. Valid reason.
Alice, I need to talk to you
Okay.
about,
Did you get your information?
Yeah, I got a phone call about 10 minutes ago about this meeting.
about,
That it was was happening. I guess I didn't see the announcement.
LSA meeting, isn't it? Yeah. So, were you guys going to anything yet?
I didn't remember. It'd be like three.
Yeah, when do you have, when do you need some?
If you can have it by the middle, that would be good.
Well, yeah, because when I talked to,
sorry to come down, see what
when I talked to,
It's gonna go pretty good. We've been involved with them as far as the contract and stuff like that. Yeah, we're getting things worked out.
well, he was,
Final thing is, lay it down.
yeah, he's like,
Change it.
Kind of input.
but,
Eventually.
So these are the agenda items we
Yeah.
have. There's the agenda.
oh, right,
Yeah, yeah. How long have you been down there?
that's correct, and that's what he was saying. If he
Not-
knows.
I've seen his name.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he works
He
in microtation.
Okay, yeah, I've seen his name on here.
3 day lines, 3 day lines. He has a twin brother that works down there. They work with that ring. Nick's been there. 10 years maybe?
Correct.
That's, because he was down east and he bought a worship camp. So he got
They're still trying to figure out this generator system project. That's kind of funny. Just, my God. Also a generator. Guess we get a new guy. Joe Veronese. Handpicked by this count, by these supervisors. No public input whatsoever. Just he's our homie. He's part of the good old boy club, and he's gonna be part of this now. So that's why they picked him. And that's that's that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean, because it's like now what we do, because when I write fills of our grants now, we
Yeah,
come in,
that's another thing.
increase
Yeah,
it, and
that's
then
another
we have
thing,
to
if you wanna do that.
live
I mean,
afterwards,
kids now.
when we go up and get it, and then we close it.
No, everybody wants to come back home.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Yeah. In Philly?
So did his mom.
Some people love the big city.
Yeah.
You know, I used to live down there,
Yeah.
but people in the state.
He wasn't really in the state,
So.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's probably
yeah,
maybe.
but I'm sure he went into the city.
And
It's still,
Absolutely.
actually, we were trying to stay out of the city,
Yeah.
because Philly Police
no, I'm not
Department
gonna be around.
Oh, everything, yeah, I know, I mean, they
pretty
have,
much stayed out of
I
there.
think they have,
At least, yes, at least.
6,000 or 7,000 active guys.
Okay.
And
Jason can
anything
email,
possibly
so we were waiting
they
for.
have.
And our
Yes
barracks
and
in
no.
Philly is pretty much like a convoy barracks, it's just pretty
It's,
much,
it's
Yeah.
front out there.
Yeah.
in portions
Now,
of.
I was out in media, that had five townships. Yeah.
So it's not all.
Yeah, Orland is
Areas that
is a
are gonna
unique
need to be addressed.
area because nobody ever has police departments.
Yeah.
I mean, not nobody, but very few.
One and a half Hempfield, and that's.
Oh, yeah. So, you know, I mean, Unity Township, all those townships.
Oh.
I guess I gotta look.
Tim,
That's you. You're Joe.
There we go.
Tim, can you be a timer? Can you be a timer for me?
Sure, I'll be your timer.
Yours will be ready December. This is my, this is my. No. Call the meeting to order with pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The papers on your desk are on here are also for tonight. Okay, I'd like to have, prior to a motion for the approval of the agenda, I'd like to give two corrections. One, the unfinished business, under that, specific dates will be discussed related to purchase of police services. And that will be in ordinance 292. And number two is, we will be calling an executive session right after public participation. It's time for public comment, period, on the agenda items only. The public has the right and the opportunity to comment on any agenda item only at this time. They're directed to the supervisors. The time limit is 3 minutes per person per resolution by 9:63. At 30 seconds, you will be notified that you have another 30 seconds. Anybody would like to have public participation?
I do. Anybody else other than me? Just me about this? Okay, so I know the rules. I'll be short and sweet. I don't even think I need my full 3 minutes. So, hi, my name is John Klanch, South Montboro resident. I have two things I want to speak about. First of all, I see there's a new ordinance. And I'll ask all the questions I have, and then if you guys want to, after I'm done, that would be great. Ordinance number 293, Hirschberg Road, reduction of speed limit. About time. About time. Thank goodness. As somebody from Southmont who lives very close to Hirschberger Road, it's always kind of been a, I don't know where the questions I have about that is specifically where is it gonna be lowered, if it's gonna be, 25 the whole way through, if it's gonna be lower than that. Speaking of the West Hills Regional Police Department, transfer, it's my hope that when you guys fully are on board with, when you guys finally join the West Hills Regional Police Commission, and I would imagine that you guys will have 2 representatives, I would assume, on the commission, which will, happen in January or whatever. But it's my hope that at some point, seriously, because for how many years there was no sort of police accountability or any way to address any kind of concerns or complaints here in Upper Yoder. And currently at West Hills, there's none either. The only relief you can seek is in federal court. And that's a real problem. It's very frustrating. I do have a suggestion about that, which would be of a huge amount of help, which would be on the commission, and anybody that's on the commission. So if you're appointed to be on the police commission, you could actually suggest or make a motion that they appoint a citizen member of the commission also, because it's only appointed officials right now, okay, and there's no accountability and there's no perspective from the residents or somebody who's been in my shoes who has been harassed and brutalized by both of your departments, and it's been proven in federal court. So I think it really needs to be handled in a better way than what the current system for both departments are now, which is nothing, okay, and hopefully we can do that. And that's all I have about agenda items, and I'll probably be speaking about it in the public comment too. Thank you.
Any other public comment? And I failed to welcome Joe Denise. He's our new member. We voted him in at the last meeting, and
Thank you.
thank you, Joe, for being here as our supervisor for 2 years. We're going to adjourn into, and the other thing I did forget, I will go ahead. Before the end of last meeting, on October the 16th, we adjourned into executive session for personnel and legal business, and no decisions were made. I'm following format there. I'm still learning. Okay.
You need your motion and then your second.
To what? Go into executive session. Okay, thank you. I need a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, opposed? Those in favor? Opposed? Thank you. We'll be back.
They weren't supposed to do it till the end. No, she made a decision.
Current speed limit on Hirschberger Road.
35.
The whole way up and down, even up in our neighborhood, I thought it was 25 up on top.
35 the whole,
Is it
30 by the city.
If they wanted to get out with your radar, you could make a lot of money, a lot of money.
Yeah, because that's a state road.
Yeah, I'm aware. I could have sworn I've seen 25 mile an hour or something. I go up and down there pretty much daily, but I don't drive that fast anyway now because I live there.
Are our local police allowed to monitor that?
They do, we run basketball there all the time.
They're allowed?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, there's some interesting things about the jurisdictions and stuff, like up on Delia Street, they cannot because of the way you know what I mean? So like going down, that's Upper Yoder, right? Going down, coming from here
I
down to your house.
honestly don't know.
So, Hirschberger Road from, I believe, BJ can probably back this up on me, okay? At least on the area.
Center of the road.
It's center of the road in my area, like from Goucher down to Daisy. Is it Daisy, or does it go further? Maybe a little further, but it's in and around there, okay? Where like the downhill side's Upper Yoder, and the uphill side is Southmont. It would be West Hills,
The left side is
right?
Southmont, the right side's Upper Hill.
Right. So if they painted the traffic lines right? They can only really monitor one side, okay? And I think, and you can correct me on this, it was Officer Diefenbaugh from, you know who Paul Diefenbaugh is.
Yeah.
He had told me that there's something about being within so many feet of a of a municipal border that you guys can't do that kind of traffic, that kind of speed. Like I said, I'm only quoting what he told me, so if he's wrong about that, please correct me, so I know. You know what I mean? But he said there's some kind of ordinance or some kind of regulation, you guys can't be within a couple 100 feet of a.
What I'm aware of is a changing speed limit.
Okay, what do you mean?
Reduction, like it goes from 35 to 25.
Okay, yeah, like.
You give them a chance to slow down.
Like I said, I don't know what the whole, it was almost 3 years ago that I talked to him, you know what I mean? And he was like, you know, because don't know if lines there were proper, you know what I mean? But, you know, but I can tell you from living there, and John can tell you, I mean, it's, people come flying, you know, both ways, you know. Scary when you're walking.
I've handled many accidents on Harrisburg or the bottom end. But
Yeah. Well, Joe Varmecki, you know, he you know, that was a sad, you know, sad situation, but that was.
Those turns down at the bottom are
Then you get a
horrible,
little bit of
and
snow.
people go right across that yellow line.
Look.
Yeah, you get snow or ice.
If you're speeding up or down there, it's stupid. Just from like a, you know, like aren't humans supposed to like be self-persevering in our safety and what have you? You know what I mean? Like, right? You know, like we're not supposed to put ourselves in, you know, like clear, stupid danger. You know, so I grew up on top of that hill. You know, I was always told that, you know, if you drive down Hirschberger Road, you're going to put a set of brakes on your truck every year. Yeah. Okay, so I tend to go up, you know, so. You didn't miss much, Russ.
Yeah, I was rushing to get here, it didn't even start yet.
It did start, I just had a public comment and they went over,
Okay.
there was nothing, you didn't miss anything of any news value whatsoever. Unless you consider the Pledge of Allegiance to be of.
The Yoder Township Supervisors said the Pledge of Allegiance on Thursday. Headline.
Russ was talking about us from the tribune. Hi, Russ.
Karen?
That could be local officials, local officials hold ceremony. Area residents honor traditions.
Well, they're gonna take one.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Hey, like I explained to a lot of people a lot of times, you know, there was a reason why I drove a truck, right? I was there by myself. I didn't have to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have to just,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? Sometimes every once in a month I can come up with something, you know, intelligent, I guess.
They do this at the end, so that they're not holding people up. I don't know why they're doing that.
Executive stuff.
Yeah, that's why
But
she
it's
made it,
usually at
that's
the end.
Karen.
They do another one.
You can have them at the beginning,
Yeah, you can have them.
especially if it's something that's concerning the middle of
The
the
stuff that's in
meeting,
there.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, in theory, they could have one before every item if they really wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely, they could. That's
No, I'll tell you this, Alice, in the strictest of my YouTube confidence. You want to get me to stop coming to meetings? There you go. We just figured out because I'm not going to sit through that.
We have that one that was bad.
Are they gonna vote on something when they come out? Related to the executive session, do you know?
That's what we're hoping. That doesn't mean it'll happen.
I can't tell you who they can know. You know, as much as I do.
Was it for personnel or, what other reason?
Legal
Legal.
and personnel, yeah. And I was playing with the timer here. They asked me to keep time and
Oh, of the session, whatever.
well, like when you.
Oh, when I was speaking.
But I have it set that when the screen goes within like.
Right. Right, 30 seconds or whatever, yeah.
So I'm trying to get up to
I think you got enough to cover full time.
state limit.
Yeah, we don't really cover.
I know you cover these on occasion.
Yeah.
I mean, they could literally tic-tac-toe. They could have like a really like competitive game of chess going on that, you know, every fourth executive session, somebody makes a move, you know, and it's been happening since, you know.
Do that nap time.
You could take, if,
Set a timer for 10, 20
right.
minutes.
So if you go away.
Listen, but the only thing that I don't think would really be appropriate for an executive session would be busting out lines. Okay, that'd be about it, you know. Even I could even see like, you know what? I need a beer. Because I can promise you that's happened. Probably the other thing too, back in the day. I digress. I'll be back.
Doesn't help you, I think you make it worse.
Well, it's sort of sides.
Yeah.
Here, yeah.
Yeah.
Somerset has, they run two, Indians, two supervisor, Springfield, three supervisor, and it's four,
I think at least four as a supervisor.
and Kiskey's one.
Yeah.
Well, what Gator County used to be, really with a lot of the departments. and
Oh, yeah.
things, But ever since COVID, and everything's kind of tighter and tighter and tighter. And it's,
Yeah, and like you said, you don't get, any assistance if they have, like they have a department and the guy works 8 hours a day.
yeah,
So what does
or a
that?
month.
Or more.
A month.
Yeah, I know.
That's what the problem, like, if it's, you know, it's daily things, it's not a big issue, because then when it's just emergency stuff, but when you call one time,
This is in the second
technically
hand.
exist,
Oh, yeah.
but we're covered.
You used to have those.
All the time.
Yeah.
They have on there.
We don't get credit from department, from manpower, for it, because you exist.
Yeah. It
Those
is
are the ones that are like, sometimes it's better off for both of us if you just go.
forward, yeah. It's, they, some of these guys with your card carrying bags, carrying pumps, and that's it. They don't wanna work, they just wanna have a badge and they're pumping the car, you know?
I just imagine it's hard to get people everywhere though.
Oh, it is now, it used to be that if we were part-time, maybe it was tough to get any place
Yeah.
because there
Yeah,
were so
'cause-
many guys.
Yeah, yeah, because a lot of the full-time departments, for certain stuff, they're having a hard time.
Oh, yeah, you're full-time.
Yeah,
Full-time person.
never had a problem with that stuff.
Well, at our meeting last month, one of our guys on our boards on the VOTEC board up at, not VOTEC, but the community college board, and they have 18 new cadets in the new class. That's the biggest class they've had.
That's good.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So, sort of hope maybe the scenario and the climate's changed and more people want to get into it.
I know, I just think it's just.
I know.
It's just. You'll notice when services go away.
Executives doing executive things.
Well, I mean, I just saw another class is coming up.
If I could figure out a way to put the Jeopardy theme in here, I would. I'm certainly not gonna hum it, because I'm not a singer.
If they,
That's a good,
Chad was just on there last week.
that's a good size class.
yeah, that's not too bad.
I think that, don't quote me on that.
Well, I just saw that they got their,
Well, it used to be over 100.
oh, yeah, I know, but then the two is a lot lower than that too.
If they need to go to 79, that'd be really good.
Yeah, yeah, we'll make some.
Sometimes they'll go in with 79, come out with 30.
Mm-hmm. Well, they just got issued their arms and stuff, so they're like halfway through what they think. If they made it that far, you would think,
I'm trying to think, you get them, probably before halfway through, because you must not be that far.
they did they did a spill on the news or something, they were, I thought online that, you know, the guys were issued their weapons and the uniforms and stuff like that, so I'm thinking, well,
Because you get your weapon pretty early, because you start training,
Yeah.
and you run it whole way through the whole time you're on. But
So after 25 years.
that, you lose a lot in one clip.
Yeah.
Dan, I had Braden doing some work for me today.
Oh, this is another,
Part-time.
that was another July executive session.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
he just passed.
They should have these things after, if you're not coming back with
Oh,
something
you know
regular,
the
like
accounting
do
He
it.
got his
Okay.
number.
Dean?
Yeah.
Dean?
Yeah.
Marty? Yeah, I know, Marty told me.
They like to come out with no action when they do it. When they do it here at their meeting, they'll like come out and say no decisions were made. That's a real fun one.
He's right.
Every once in a while, they'll come out and fire a couple of cops though after 2.5 hours, and
His oldest
you know,
is in,
hoping I left.
Federal prison in Colorado.
I was harassing him the one day, I said, I don't know, what is this? I go to the gym and I see your kids there more than I see you. Like, come on, man, what's going on?
It's called age.
Yeah, the problem is that when I see his kids there lifting, I feel about yay big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're big. Those kids are big.
Oh, my Jesus.
Okay, so I was wrong. I just asked Chad. He said either 39 or 49.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah,
That's real time.
yeah.
And if that's only halfway through, you can still lose guys yet.
Yeah.
Injuries or something.
That won't cover retirement, so.
Yeah, that'll be.
Maybe one true.
Lose 700 every year, it's not a normal year.
Yeah, he told me he'll turn 21 in 6 months, and then he's gonna go try to get in the academy for the state.
Mhm. That's good.
He's a good worker.
If there's no big thing, you should go right through
Oh, yeah, she's an issue.
that background.
Be good.
Plus, at least he'll have some part-time under his belt,
Yeah.
you know?
If he'd have got in trouble when he's young, his dad would have beat it out of him. It wouldn't have been a
Yeah.
problem.
Everybody be quiet. Very, very quiet. Shh. Thank you.
That's his first.
should have asked Alice to break out some of that pale yellow paint. I could have done a little touch-up work and sat here and watched it dry. That would have been probably just as much fun. I would do that. I would do that purely for my own entertainment.
He's pretty good at that. There's training, he tries to get on.
Yep. It's a little late to watch grass grow. Gonna have to kind of wait. Gonna have to kind of wait till the spring. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till the spring now to watch. You know. It did.
Yeah, but I don't wanna cut it.
There's nothing about how you can get into it.
Which is kind of rich in its territory.
I don't think I've ever cut my grass much past Labor Day.
It's huge. These are all the problems. It is,
Especially in the south,
it is beautiful.
it's really nice camping ground around. For all the farms and that down to American line. There's only 31 days of this.
Trick or treat on Halloween, 6 to 8.
Up here.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Still calling for all the rain tomorrow.
I don't even. I honestly don't watch the weather because they're just guessing. I go out every morning about 6:30 in the morning. Look at my. It's nice because it's dark now because I have to put on pants. But I go out and I look and I go, okay, that's what it's gonna do today. I'm way more right than our colleagues. I don't share it with anybody because I don't really know.
You could have at least ordered us some pizza. Your guess is.
I mean, sometimes they like to have really long executive sessions to try to get everybody to leave so then they can come out. And, you know,
There's not that many people here.
I understand. But you know some of the, well, she's the word I like to use, fuckery that they like to use around, dismissals, terminations of good employees, when they, and,
That's not on the agenda.
no, I'm speaking about like in June, or it was June or July, they fired 2 officers after a 2.5-hour executive session with, no
Is that
announcement.
how long that was?
Yeah, I was here, it was like 10 o'clock or 10:30 at night, and
Wow.
they got to see it on my channel, so. just really hope there's some change for the better.
Hey Alice,
Mhm.
will there still be a regular meeting this month?
Mhm.
There will be?
Mhm. Yeah.
Not October,
November.
in November, yeah. Oh, boy.
Door shut. Hi, John.
His last day was 24th.
Yeah, if I get up and go to the bathroom, they come back.
Go to the bathroom.
Please.
And then everybody else will give me dirty looks when I came back in because it took me longer and they were ready to go. That's what happened to Greta that one time.
I'm about to pull out my little orphan Annie decoder ring and start spelling out, be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Maybe they'll start beating on the door telling me that Randy's really got to go. I don't know. You know, it's not past me to yell, would you hurry the fuck up in there?
Tim, you said, Brett caught. I said, what's?
He did. We had, yeah, I think we were just waiting on one more. But they were all trying to hurry up and get their paving done before the company closed. So they were holding off on sending people out for estimates.
Yeah. So they submitted two last year,
Here.
but now for the budget,
I still don't remember.
they haven't announced it.
We're just in here, we're looking at the second executive session.
That should have been announced.
The contract and the,
They haven't announced. Takes a while. Takes a good deal.
Yeah, and John Blake was outside, I don't know if he was back in.
Yeah, I told them, I said, we need to do the whole thing.
Yeah, but we're here.
I was thinking the same thing.
Because it's just, I guess, like,
Same thing, the courthouse.
yeah, so you just do stuff over it, it just needed a seal or whatever, the one. I said, this area needed to be dug up and redone, and this one needed to be a whole, yeah, so.
Yeah, so if you apply, you have to figure probably a year and a half,
Yeah.
especially with that project. You won't find out till.
And that's about the only one that that's about the only, that's the only grant that's out there that actually would help cover that.
And they could have this at 7 a.m. Those only take 3 minutes.
Tim, how do you pronounce Tom's last name? Is it Charette?
Correct.
Charette. Okay.
Just call him Trucker T.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm. He's an interesting fella.
He is, but I think it was very rude of how they treated him at the last meeting.
I didn't see the whole thing.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. I shouldn't say they. One person. I felt bad for him.
Very graciously.
He did, yeah. But I'm sure it hurt.
Yeah,
I mean, they
but it was
didn't even listen to him.
in the cards.
Well, Tim,
I didn't, he,
you know.
I knew he was coming back, he had asked me about the whole thing with Kyle, and I told him, I said, cause he got his name wrong, he's not good with names. I said, write his name down, well, it doesn't matter, I said, it does if you are applying for an open position.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you had a point. Well, that's as much as I knew.
Mm.
And then I was watching his page to see what was going on in the beginning, and then I got tied up with work and I never got back to him. That's as far as I got.
well, Tim, it's still up there. You can watch it anytime, 24/7. YouTube, the Klanch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shameless plug there.
I know where your name's at.
It's always nice to speak with my loyal subscribers. That's good. And if you're not loyal, smashing that subscribe button just helps. At least you get notified when there's meetings.
Are you making all your subscribers suffer too?
Of course. Absolutely. They're suffering right now with
Hard
it.
to edit.
I mean, if anything, there is an actual function to me doing this. I mean, if there's something you would ever miss, you can always go back and you know, look at it and see if you got it right, you know? We had all kinds of fun out here while you guys were gone.
Good. We had fun back there.
Good.
Yeah.
We are reconvening the executive session, managed personnel and legal issues, and no decisions were made, and we're moving on with our unfinished business. Under the unfinished business, the generator system project, I'd like to have a motion and a second that up to $60,000 will be spent of the $75,000 grant funding from Scott Electric Foundation to purchase the generator and transfer switch. They do have a lead time as many as 20 weeks, and we do have a deadline of the end of April to complete the project based on the grant. Do I have a motion for that?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Those in favor? Opposed?
Aye.
You oppose? Oh, okay. And Ed was a nay.
Do you want a roll call?
Roll call.
Bob,
Aye.
Ed,
Nay.
Sue,
Yes,
Paul,
Yes.
Yes.
Joe. Sorry.
thank you. Okay, next, road paving invoice. This is to pay Quaker Sales based on the project completion report. I'm gonna read off these numbers. The price is $362,896.30. Less $1,000 from the PA State Liquid Fuels account. It's a portion of the account that was removed. That totals $262,896.30. There were two checks written, one from they're both from the general fund, but for bookkeeping purposes. One is ARPA funds totaling $197,196.96. And the second is for $53,799.34. Of that money, $11,900 will ultimately be reimbursed by Cambria County from their county aid grant. I'd like to have a motion to accept these payments.
I'll make that motion. I'll second it.
Those in discussion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, now we have a correction of the bid amount to the concrete pole floor building. The last meeting, we discussed it was $16,055. In reviewing the motion, it was actually $16,724. I'd like to have a motion to make the price correction.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Discussion? Those opposed? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Purchase of police services from, now this is the one that we are going to discuss related to, it's now labeled Ordinance 294. And this is for the West Hills Regional Police Department Police Services Agreement. We're making a motion to advertise for the Ordinance 294, purchase police service in November, to be determined, the date will be determined when we start. It will not be the 1st, but it will be determined based on the advertising of 7 days advertising, and then it will last, and it will end on December 31st. The documents will be signed. We have documents that need to be signed by both parties. We will sign ours tonight, and West Hills plans to sign theirs on Thursday morning, and hopefully the ad will go in. It requires 7 days of advertising. So I just wanted to explain it all for clarity purposes. And at that point, then we would determine that it could be November 10th, it could be the 12th, we do not know. So I'm making that motion. That's a long motion.
I'll second it, sir.
Okay. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay, then Ordinance 292, transfer of police power jurisdiction to West Hills Police Department. We did have an advertisement in the paper for that, and there are corrections. So since there are corrections, it will be re-advertised again. It's hopeful that it'll be re-advertised at the same time, but it may have different dates. And I'd like to have a motion to re-advertise.
I'll make the motion we advertise ordinance 292.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Now, under new business, ordinance 293, Harshberger Road, reduction of speed limit. I'd like to have a motion to advertise for that ordinance, that we will be installing, the road crew will install 25 mile-an-hour speed and remove the mile an hour.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
In favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
You're opposed to that? Okay. Did you want to have any discussion? I should have offered. Okay. Roll call?
Bob,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
Sue,
Aye.
Paul,
Aye.
Joe.
Nay.
Thank you. Okay. And is there any correspondence? I didn't have any, did you? Okay. We're back up to public participation. Is there anybody in here that would like to have public participation?
Yeah,
Okay.
Dan's a crazy.
Could you please step up here
Oh,
to the
sorry.
podium, give your name and
Who
your
also
municipality? Sorry, and make everybody do the same thing.
That's no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Dan's a crazy up here in township. Your last motion you just passed for that ordinance, that's a state highway. PennDOT had always maintained those road signs. Yeah, I don't think it should be up to the township to have that expense to pay for those signs. That's a PennDOT road. And you may have to check if PennDOT wants to lower that speed limit. I don't think you can
They
do it.
did,
They did a study.
they did it.
They did it,
the
okay, but
study.
then why aren't they putting the signs up?
They instructed us that that's how it's done.
Responsibility.
That's
Just-
our
just
responsibility.
The lines out here, Dan, come
Take it down. I said.
Oh, yeah, but when the laws must have changed, because years ago, when a sign went down, PennDOT put the signs up, not the township.
Because I do believe there's signs down
Look into it.
elsewhere.
We'll look
I
into
think you
it.
should. I mean, at an expense, the township shouldn't have to incur,
Okay.
because of the fact it is it is a state highway,
Right.
okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Okay, thank you. We can look into it, but, they did send us the information. They did the study and they made the determination.
I don't think the study was in the packet.
No, it's because it was prior to you being a supervisor. Because we already approved, we already had the discussion of that. Is there anybody else that has, okay?
Good evening.
Aye.
My name's Karen Howe. I'm a resident of Upper Yoder Township. So I was very upset at the last meeting because of the way that Tom Charette was disgraced. That's the best word I can say. I would like to know if there's an ordinance in place, or if there can be an ordinance in place, where if there's a vacancy, nothing against Joe, that it has to be advertised so that the residents know, first of all, and that this board of, well, not, whatever board is here, actually sits down and talks to these people and picks the best candidate. I don't understand why it's just 5 people that make that decision. You know, do you understand what I'm saying? And the other thing, and this also concerns that, how many of you attend the training sessions like that PSATS offers for you?
I do.
They're training sessions. Everybody should. Are you required to have so many credits to be a supervisor?
They don't require it, but they offer it.
I mean, myself as a tax collector, I am required to take credits. It's a requirement of the state. So the state doesn't require that supervisors have credits to be in this position. Training is an important part of running anything, no matter what it is. I'm just asking that it be considered, that everybody is required to take training. That's it. Thank you.
Karen, I'd like to address the one, because we will be addressing it at the next meeting, and that is related to transparency on board members. In all fairness, I knew about Joe Veronice's at 15 minutes prior to the prior meeting, so that was new to me. I did not know, and I knew I would be, if I said they, it didn't really matter, one way or the other. Moving forward, we're aware that there's another supervisor who will be resigning, and when he does, there will be a motion on the table to be accepted to advertise and to make a selection and be transparent and work with our public. That will be a motion. If it passes or not, I'm not aware of whether it will or it won't. But I just wanted to let you know that that was already planned at the next meeting.
Oh, thank you.
For me.
That's a step in the right direction.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. Is there anybody else? I know you want to be last, so I'm offering.
Thank you, Sue, I
anybody else?
appreciate it.
Okay, is there,
Just the gentleman in the back there?
Me?
Yep.
No, I was coming, I actually was here just to see how the vote went for the police department.
are you happy?
Yes.
Put that in the record. Okay,
More police is always better.
okay, thank you, thank you.
So, just a question, it's then definitely on November first?
No. No, that was the correction I gave to unfinished business. Specific dates will be discussed under ordinance 292 at a future date. And that's when I described that we will continue to keep our officers on until our agreements are passed and we have an ordinance in place. We learned that an ordinance needs to be made to be able to have police powers. It's impossible for somebody, if there was any.
Okay. So
Do you
let me-
understand
let
that
me
one?
go- Yeah, let me go back up there then.
Okay,
I'll time myself.
okay.
So just
Gotcha.
for,
And your
so,
name, please?
Tim writes, I'm trying to verify so that if I'm on a fire scene or EMS providers are there calling for assistance, who can do I need to still continue to check whether or not I have Upper Yoder Police on or state police?
Yes.
And how long until I'm assuming that I can find out if West Hills Regional is on?
That will be, we plan on having, should I announce that tonight about we plan on having a public meeting on November the 10th. Hopefully,
So
hopefully.
that's
It
what
depends
it
on,
looks like.
on the
The
paper.
advertising, okay.
Yes, that's a
So
tentative
it's
date.
just pushed back?
Yeah, but I hate to put that, and it doesn't happen, that's not the
So it's
issue.
just re-advertising, postponed to go back there?
Right.
Okay,
and-
that's
but
what I
we
just wanted to
also
verify.
have
It should be
We had to
by the
create,
Yeah.
It should
the reason it was pushed back was because we needed an ordinance to be able to.
Correct. I just wanted to make sure that it
Yes.
was the advertisement, it wasn't going through on the first, like I thought it
No.
was. But, okay.
No, and when it does, there'll be a public meeting, and we will be here again.
All right, thank
Okay?
you.
Okay, thank you.
You still have like 2 minutes.
That's okay, I just needed clarification, that's all.
You can put them in a bank.
Okay. Okay, anybody else? Okay,
I think it might be my turn. Hi, everybody. John Klanch again, Southmont, West Hills resident also. I just wanted to point out, I come to all these meetings for a couple of things, for transparency, to make sure that everything is done correctly. And my camera catches everything. I want to point out to you guys and to the public and everybody that is an Upper Yoder Township resident specifically, that currently you only have as far as I know, 3 elected officials and 2 appointed officials. You have Mr. Amistetti, who was appointed in January of 2024, and you have Mr. Joe Veronese. And I have questions. I'm not nearly as worried about the way I speak as Mrs. Howe is, okay, and rightly so. It's pretty effing fishy that he put his letter of intent in, Mr. Veronese, Joe, the day before Mr. Schaefer's actual resignation was announced. And I'm not the only person who thinks that you guys broke the law, that it was improper, okay? And if it was, then this meeting is moot, okay, because it's going to need to be redone, okay? No offense to you, Joe, you might be a great guy, okay, but if it was a backdoor deal, you were a former elected official of this board, okay, and for some reason you were voted out or you decided to quit, okay, and that, for that reason, you know, somebody called you and said, hey, go ahead and put a letter in, okay, but the public didn't know. The public certainly is not happy about the fact that they were blindsided with some guy, okay. There are many other qualified people in this township that there was a man here that offered his services, okay, and had he known there was had he known there was gonna be a backdoor deal, again, the good old boys club, okay? Sue, this whole community is relying on you to do better for this community, okay? Thank God Paul's leaving, okay? That you were insinuating that there's gonna be a member, he has sold his house and he's gonna be the one leaving. I just hope you guys can do better, because really, I'm the one that's blamed for all your problems because I come in with a camera, okay? If anything, all I did was just show the problems, the deficiencies that you guys have, okay? Mrs. Howe is asking about if you guys have to do anything. No, it's a popularity contest. They go and the most popular person wins. They don't have to do shit.
John 30.
Okay, thank you. They don't have to do shit, okay? In fact, they're more concerned about how long I'm gonna speak, okay, than what I have to say. But what I have to say is very important, okay? And if there is a problem, if that wasn't proper with his nomination like that, Sue, I'll reach out to me. I will help you guys hold them accountable. It'll be you obviously too, but you guys need to be held accountable in court if that's the case, okay? Do better for your residents, please, Sue. I have full faith in you, actually, that you're doing great so far. I have full, you come down all these things and you're actually trying. Everybody else has been, whatever. So the people know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vote. The one last thing I want to say is everybody come out and vote on November 4th. Thanks. Thanks.
I will answer one thing for you,
Yes,
and
good.
that is that we feel that what was done that day, with voting him in is no different than any other one when we reorganized and Bob Amicetti. We followed procedure. Moving forward, the plan is to make a motion to advertise, interview, and do a fair process. But I will need a second to that motion. So I'm just letting you know that.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Okay. Is there any other business? Anybody else? Okay. Thank you. Then meeting is, I got to take a motion. Motion.
Make the motion, we adjourn. Second.
Thank you. Motion. I am excited about that ballot.
I'm excited for you to have it too.
Okay.
Those are a few questions, I'm gonna hold the whole room up. I have questions for clarification.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Joe's situation is
Okay, I didn't know if that would benefit you or not.
the remainder of his term.
Okay, he will serve 2 years. Yeah, he'll be up for re-election at the next general election. So he will serve, he's not, anybody that's appointed is always serves 2 terms, no matter what. I mean, two years, it's a 2-year term.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought they just filled the.
I thought he would fill the position.
No, it's a 2-year term.
That's, like I said, I was here basically for,
The purchase, do you wanna do something?
I was just gonna ask, could I steal you for a quick interview about the?
Do you wanna do it together or?
Yeah. Is that okay?
thank you very much.
Is that okay with you? Okay, I can bring my stuff up here.
Does it have to be?
Of course it has to be on camera. She's from the TV. So I'm no different than anybody else.
You can decline your interview if you want to.
No, I don't
just
want
talk
to
with
do
me.
that. No, I just wanted to, if they wanted to do it nice,
Oh, okay. Like you gonna do it outside or something?
No, we'll do it here.
Get the vote Tuesday, John.
I won't, Ed. You do the same, bud.
Oh, I will.
Hey, good luck to you.
Thank you, same to
Good
you.
luck. Thanks, appreciate that.
Those checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can get a good shot with you underneath the Yoder Township.
Well, yeah.
I don't even, we're getting to make this regular, aren't we?
What'd you say?
We're regular at this.
Yeah. Here, I'll do
I
this.
don't,
No, not Wes.
I'll just.
Yeah, you can hold it.
I like to do this shot, so I can get you guys both.
Yeah,
Can you hear that?
he said, he gave it to one of our, said, hey, I'll send it over when I find out. And I was reading through the candidate, and I'm like,
You want to give her your questions?
Yeah, no, I mean.
Do you need me to take
I know for them, they typically like,
Yeah, could you say and spell your first last name again?
Sue Convalinka, SUEKONVOLINKA.
And your title here?
Upper Yoder Township Supervisor.
I'll just start with, what's the cost related to the 2-month purchase agreement?
Oh, good question. The cost to it will be $46,682.84 per month, paid on the 10th day every month.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about the police consolidation, just, for clarification. Can you talk about, what was voted on with that today?
What was voted on for
Yeah.
the police consolidation? What's been voted on is we enter into an agreement for until we advertise our ordinances, then at that time we will be voting on it. We've already agreed on everything, but right now, we need to purchase services for the remainder of November, when everything's been advertised appropriately, and December.
Okay, so has, the consolidation, like the merger between the two departments, or just, Upper Yoder utilizing West Hills, services, has that been approved yet, or does that still need advertised?
Well, that's what we're advertising.
Okay.
That, because it's impossible to follow through with the agreement we had without, it's called, powers, that you have to have powers. If at all, we don't have the powers to be able to execute any arrests, then they were not effective. So that is why we are moving forward with the ordinance, and at that time, we'll do it correctly.
I mean, try to get this straight.
Yes.
So you approved tonight to advertise the purchase of police services pending the ordinance 292?
294. 294 will be a new ordinance. It's not on the agenda. That's the one we added.
So is that kind of replacing what 292?
No, 292 will be the purchase of, that will be the merger. That we will disband Upper Yoder Township's police department, and it will become part of the West Hills Commission.
So 294 refers to the purchase of police services.
Correct.
292 then, and that could be in place November 10th at your
No,
special meeting?
no, 292 will always be in effect January 1st.
I mean, 294, I mean.
294 will be effective hopefully November the 10th, but we're uncertain, so we don't really want to commit to that date. And that will be announced, we will have a public meeting, and we will advertise once we know. But tonight, we're still working with the attorneys being able to complete all of the, this is fast.
Yeah, I'm 292, switching gears. That was tabled today, essentially?
Tabled until we make the corrections. We have corrections to the 292 original ordinance that was advertised in the paper.
What was the corrections?
They're in the attorney's hands, the solicitor's hands, and as soon as they are done, they will be advertised, and they'll be available again through your newspaper in another 7 days advertising.
You're moving pretty quickly, I guess relatively quickly, toward the complete merger. And
Right.
Still, there's not been a firm figure out there as to how much it will cost.
And that comes with the agreement. That'll all come with the agreement. I'm hopefully it'll be in the November meeting. Because that's also in the solicitor's hands.
Can you say anything about why, corrections needed to be made to 292?
Why corrections had to be made? No, I don't know what his corrections are, but he said that was related, I think it's related to dates. I don't know, so we really can't, I don't wanna say whatever it is, because I'm not privy to that information. Whatever it was, he said you needed to make the correction, so I tried.
So on November 10th, during a special meeting.
If it's done.
Both of
If
those.
we sign tonight, and tomorrow, on Thursday, West Hill signs in the morning. They have a commission meeting. They will sign, and at that time, signed agreements will be given to the solicitor, and at that time, he can then create the ordinance 292 to be able to be advertised for 7 days. And at that time, we're right down to the wire of the 10th of November. We want to be sure that we have police coverage adequate, as we saw the state police were here.
So tonight you're signing to basically approve the merger,
Our
but
half.
your side of it, no ordinance yet, but
But
you're
the
just
ordinance,
agreeing.
the ordinance does not have to do, it has to do with that, but it has to do with powers,
Okay.
the police powers.
Right.
You need police powers to be able to execute this agreement.
Okay, so you're just agreeing to your side of things
Right,
tonight.
right.
Okay.
And it's a pre-approved, we all agree on the agreement, but it's a formality.
Okay, and is that something that we can say, like, you guys agree to your half today? And
Right.
Okay.
And if you want to attend the police commission meeting on Thursday morning, feel free to do that. You will find out the other half, and then they'll explain the rest. Okay?
Do you know what time that police commission meeting is by chance?
No, it's in the morning. You can call over there and ask. I won't want to quote a time.
The subject of the November 10th meeting, would that be just 292, or would that also be finalizing 294?
Well, 294, we are advertising that will be ready. 292, if the corrections are completed, my hope is to have them both at the same time. But we do have adequate time. We would have to advertise that one. I think we can wait a few days and advertise it if we had to. But the goal is, yes, both of them will be, that is the goal.
And do you know how many commissioners will be added from Upper Yoder onto the police commission? Or has that been decided yet, or?
Yeah, all commissions, there's always 2 commissioners from each municipality.
You guys haven't decided who is your commissioners
No,
yet, though?
No, that will be in reorganization in January.
Thank you.
And we don't have the other the other supervisor, so that's only fair.
I don't know, Dave Ray has one here, but regarding the addition of another supervisor, I think in the absence of a supervisor, the commission, supervisors can appoint one.
Correct.
I'm not sure of the requirements to advertise for it, so you're doing that, you're saying that's all
I'm making a motion
procedure.
that we do that moving
As
forward.
a
In all-
extra step.
Yeah, in all fairness,
Yeah.
we had a planning commission opening. We made a motion. Somebody else countered it and said, we want to advertise. So they advertised, there were no advertising, so they accepted the motion of the person that wanted to do it. And moving forward, if they can advertise for a planning commission, we can advertise for a supervisor as well. I think there are people that are interested. How else are you going to find out who's interested if we don't ask for public participation or interest?
Could you just talk about the merger moving forward, like why you want it to happen, that sort of thing, the impact it's gonna have on the area?
Well, not really. You know, it's a no-brainer. To me, it's a no-brainer. You know, we have police coverage. We will be safe. We will have increased activity related to detectives. We will have sergeants. We will have more police available, and it'll be a safer environment than relying on the state police, which we're doing right now. When we have 2 full-time officers and a minimal amount of part-time officers.
I don't think so. I might just ask a couple other questions, just to make sure I have all those different agreements in my head.
I have to get back there. They're having a meeting. They're talking.
An executive session?
No, I don't think so. That I did not call one, so
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
then
know
there's
what
no
they're
meeting
doing back
then.
there. Yeah, they're back there.
Just to recap. So neither of these things made any movement. The 292 or 294 tonight.
No, they did not. The movement is to advertise. To develop 294 and to advertise and to make corrections on 292 and re-advertise.
Both could possibly be advertised or approved for advertising on November, whenever
No,
meeting.
no, they'll be able to no, before that, that will be when they're ready to be, we'll have
Okay.
our meeting. They're gonna be advertised, whatever the date is, 31st of October.
Okay, so you both be ready for approval on November 10th.
Right, that's our hope, that's our goal.
Would the, whenever you do the,
Are you finished with me?
Yeah.
just popped into my head, whenever you do the adjustment to the, adding another supervisor and in case of an absence, would the application process and the interview process also be public?
Yeah, it'll be advertised. It'll be just
Right,
like we
but
did with
whenever
the
you
planning
advertise,
commission.
would you
But
advertise?
that's if they approve.
But to add to that, would you interview people in public for the
No, we
position?
don't, no, we don't advertise, we don't interview in public. We don't interview in public for any employee in Upper Yoder Township.
Yeah, you could, okay.
Those who want to, because whatever questions we ask would be
Yeah.
private to
Ultimately,
those
what
people.
it comes down to is the
Yeah.
board can reappoint somebody in the absence of, and the resignation of a sitting board member.
I don't understand.
Well, the supervisors can reappoint under the sunshine law, somebody who resigns from the board. You're just refining how it's done. You advertise publicly,
Right.
but ultimately it's gonna come back to.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
You know, I just,
Yeah. At the end of the day, though, it's the same
that was a
result.
surprise to me.
At the end of the day, it's
that
the
it
same result. You could hire appoint whoever you want.
happened. But you know what, I want to be fair and balanced. I want those people, so that were people that applied.
Yeah.
That we sat on and they didn't even interview them, so that's, yeah.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, Sue.
Uh-huh.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for staying here.
I was talking.
Alice, I don't need this.
What's that?
It's the agenda. I don't need it.
Okay.
You guys ask way better questions than I
That's
do.
the thing. So if they adjust the policy to make it more public, accept applications, if they don't interview them publicly, then still it could be, they choose whoever they want.
Correct.
Regardless of
Correct.
how many applications they get, whatever, if they.
Correct. I just think, like you see, when it's just like, oh, hey, we're picking this guy, that's, just find it a little suspect. So, thank you, Russ. Thank you for coming today and covering this, and the news, Bailey. Bailey smiles at me every time I see her. Okay, some of the other news reporters don't. Kind of give me a little bit of a scowl, but Bailey you always smile at me, so you probably trained me that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
taught you that in college, huh? Smile at the weirdos. Maybe they'll tell you something. So, yep. So I'm going to end my video here. Of course, if you like what you see, leave a comment. And if you don't like what you see, leave a comment. Thanks for sticking around. Bye-bye.